I'm just here to tell you the truth. And the reason why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving is because the red, they don't have the LiDARs.
Tomorrow, Tesla reports their Q2 2025 earnings, and for the first time in the company's history, said earnings include Robotaxi revenue. Not going to move the needle this quarter or next, but boy oh boy, in the coming quarters and years, Tesla's Robotaxi business is going to grow profits, earnings per share at a ridiculous rate. And nobody has any idea what's coming. Even those who are relatively bullish on autonomy are massively underestimating how quickly their fleet will scale and how much money their robotaxis will print. It's quite interesting seeing the narrative change from Tesla will never solve autonomy to, well, yeah, but everyone else is going to magically catch up, or it's going to be a really competitive market, or, Copilot. I want to revisit a few historical comments from so-called experts regarding self-driving cars and the necessity of LiDAR. This one from early in 2021, from an autonomous driving executive, apparently.
You need to add another sensor that is not degraded in the same way that cameras are, that can actually provide redundancy. Today, the only sensor that can provide it is a LiDAR. So if you want to get to autonomous driving, you have to use a LiDAR.
Well, aged somewhat like a glass of milk sitting in the sun now. Admittedly, he did technically say today, and that was in 2021. But the chorus of you must have LiDAR, otherwise you'll never solve autonomy voices has been persistent for years. As I said at the time, years ago, back in 2021, people are being fooled and deceived by the false perception that companies like Waymo, utilizing LiDAR, are going to whoop Tesla's ass in autonomy, because this enabled them, companies like Waymo, to get off the starting blocks faster. But it's not about who's off the starting blocks faster. It's who wins a fucking race, gets a gold medal, and all the prize money. Now, here's a clip of none other than everybody's favorite, Missy Cummings. By the way, don't look into her background and the total conspiracy theory that she sat on the board of directors of a LiDAR company, receiving multi-six figures per year, and also, even if she did, that would not have caused a conflict of interest. So let's see what she had to say. Occurred on the 1st of December, video published on the 5th of December.
Elon Musk and I have a long and storied history. He is not a big fan of mine. I have no stock interest either for or against him. I'm just here to tell you the truth. And the reason why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving is because the red, they don't have the LiDARs.
Wait. Hold up a second. This is just too good to be true. December 1st, 2023. She doesn't just say it might take a little while longer, or, maybe at some point they could potentially solve autonomy with vision only. Let's just listen again. This is so delicious. By the way, why is it
And so let me explain
that there are so many brain-dead academics throwing their opinion into the ring about autonomy? Dead fucking wrong. Other than people that literally work on a LiDAR company or on their board or something like that, the most common skeptics around pure vision I've seen over the past half decade have all been academics of some kind. A PhD in this, a professor of that, a lecturer. I just don't understand. Let's just listen again to this truly delicious statement from this academic.
he is not a big fan of mine. I have no stock interest either for or against him. I'm just here to tell you the truth. And the reason why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving is because the red, they don't have the LiDARs. And why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving. Why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving.
Bro, I could do this all day. Obviously, it's no point listening to her explanation because she's been proven completely and utterly wrong on this point. Let's look at some other incredible comments from this very same person, from Missy Cummings. Quote, "There's no way that any car can do the dynamic task of driving in any environment just using computer vision. It's impossible," she said. Quote, "It simply does not have the ability to sense the world correctly. For a car to rely solely on computer vision, people are gonna die." Let's jump ahead to a different article with a different so-called expert. Imagine that though, another academic who said, quote, "You need to use all the different kinds of sensors and then combine them," said academic bro, reflecting a common industry view. Same guy, different article. Quote, "To process camera data, one has to use AI and machine learning. But hallucinations are an integral part of how AI operates. And once you hallucinate, phantom braking ends up happening. so a camera-only solution will not be sufficient for a very long time. He said all the way back in July 2025. Is this real life? Is he giving quotes saying that vision only won't be sufficient for a very long time the month after Tesla's vision only robotaxis start operating legally? What? And imagine that. Another academic lead researcher at the Partners for Advanced Transportation Technology program at the University of California, Berkeley. Quote, automated driving needs a combination of sensor data from cameras, radars, and LiDARs, blah, 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 blah. Oh, really? How about this article? November 12th, 2024. Let's get to the summary. Quote, Tesla's ambition to achieve full autonomy with just cameras, AI, and software has captured the public's imagination, but my experience and mounting evidence suggests it may be fatally flawed, unlike Waymo and other companies that have invested, as if to suggest, by the way, that Tesla's too cheap. Unlike Waymo and other companies that have invested in hardware-based solutions like LiDAR and radar to ensure accurate, reliable sensing of the environment. Tesla's FSD is attempting to interpret the world through cameras alone. This vision-only approach overlooks a fundamental truth. Cameras, no matter how sophisticated, struggle in conditions like sun glare, fog, or low-light situations that human drivers and more robust hardware can handle more adeptly. Now, this is truly an all-time retarded statement. It is certainly true that there will be some conditions, the same conditions under which a good, safe, and sensible human driver will pull the fuck over, e.g. like a crazy snowstorm or torrential rain where you literally can't see and it's not safe to drive. The same thing will be true of some of the limitations, potentially, of a vision-only approach to autonomy. My favorite thing, people say, well, what happens if it's pissing down rain? What's a robotaxi got to do then? Bro, if it's crazy enough, life's just like a safe human driver, it's going to pull over and not drive. But to suggest that a camera-only approach, a vision-only approach, has flaws that human drivers who also have a vision-only approach do not is bizarre. Now, let's rewind all the way back to July 2016. A quote from the Director of Transportation Systems Analysis within the Center for Automotive Research, who said, again, this is 2016, quote, I know Elon Musk has said LiDAR isn't necessary. By the way, just updating you guys nearly a decade later, again, Tesla Robotaxi's first revenue this quarter, he was right. The quote continues, he's obviously a smart guy, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be proven that you do need LiDAR in the mix. Quote, it adds a level of resiliency and redundancy that makes the integration easier to solve.
I'm just here to tell you the truth. And the reason why you will never, ever, ever, those cars will never be full self-driving is because they don't have the LiDARs.
Bro, it never gets old. Tomorrow, with Q2 earnings, Tesla gives a double bird to all the skeptics. A chorus of voices claiming you must have LiDAR. Tesla's taking unnecessary safety risks. They're being cheap. They don't understand. Elon's wrong. I mean, it's not like he's done multiple impossible engineering things simultaneously in the past over multiple decades. So he's obviously wrong. And even if he has, well, this time it's different because I'm smarter than Elon. Therefore, hey, Elon, you're doing it wrong. You need LiDAR. So there is actually a point to this trip down memory lane. Next time, there's a chorus of voices doubting Tesla, doubting some of their estimates, their goals, future prospects, business lines, products. I don't know, like a humanoid robot, for example. Just remember, throughout the company's history, in approximately 100% of the cases where all the so-called experts are yelling at Elon and Tesla, hey, you're doing it wrong, it's not going to work. They've been wrong. The experts, quote unquote, have been wrong. Embarrassingly so. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.